Am I right? Why? Because the spring lost its strength. And can the spring regenerate? No. Okay? The spring will age. Just like our face, our tissue, our face, okay? Why the wrinkle happens? Because on that certain part, the cell, the collagens on that part stop regenerating or slow. The regeneration speed becomes slower. So you have like lesser cell or lesser collagen to support on that part. So it dents. When it dents, that's the marks of wrinkles. You got it? So when we are giving a lot of antioxidant, which means we accelerate the speed of regeneration. So which means we will replenish as soon as the unhealthy cell or the aging cell is no longer working, the new cell will replace the place. So which means that you won't see the wrinkle because like always the collagen, the cells is always rich on the parts. Okay, so that's why we will say that antioxidant equals to anti-aging. And right now, if we look at the studies through the physician, okay, the professionals and the scientists, they found that there are more than 170 diseases are mainly caused by free radicals. Okay, especially a few on the top list: cancer, strokes, cardiovascular and cerebrovascular disease. They are all caused by free radical. And this is not said by me, but we are taking from the journals, and especially they have an institute which is the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. They have compiled all the diseases from the study and the scientists that come to this conclusion. So, and I said, free radical, they are not really just focused on one place, but they are all around our body. So, in the brain, heart, kidney, skin, organs, everywhere. So as long as you have excessive amounts of the free radical in the body, so these are the parts that easily it will get damaged and attacked by the free radical, and it might cause okay, some of the symptoms. For example, the heart one, the kidney, okay, especially skin. Okay, so what causes free radical? Now you understand what is free radical. Let's see what causes free radical. So basically there are two factors: internal factors and external factors. The internal ones, for example, okay, like we metabolize every day. Our cells regenerate every day. And also, because of our living, what we eat, and what we breathe, what we drink, it will affect the entire body. So basically, I would like to emphasize one thing. Do not take that all free radicals are bad. Just remember one thing, our body needs free radical. Okay? In order for us to live healthily, we need a free radical, but not excessive free radicals. That's okay. Okay? So what about the external, including the environmental factors? The air, is it polluted right now? Yes. The water? Yes. The food? Yes. Okay, and everything. So especially right now, sunshine, the UV, it affects us a lot. So that's why, to those who are exposed to the sunshine, normally you'll find it, they age faster. They look older, right? Because the UV basically, the stimulation of the UV, it will mix the free radical, generates more in your body. And that's why the person looks very older. Okay, or it age faster. Okay, so basically you can't avoid free radical. The only thing is that we can find a way, a solution to reduce the oxidative stress, excessive oxidative stress in our body. So it helps us to maintain a good healthy levels in our living life. So now when we are looking at antioxidant, so what is the best solution? So you see, when we talk about diets, a lot of people they understand that, I have an antioxidant, I have enough. Why? I have a healthy diet, I eat fruits, I love berries, I eat greens, and then I drink clean water. I have a healthy living lifestyle. But is it enough? Not really. Why? Okay, let's see. Vitamin C. Who eats fruits every day? Raise your hand. You see, rarely, maybe you don't eat fruits or you don't like fruits, right? Okay, so if you're not taking fruits, doesn't matter. Are you taking vitamin C every day? Some yes, some no. Okay, so you see, vitamin C, one of the well-known antioxidant. Very simple, very cheap in the cost, vitamin C. Okay, you see, I take vitamin C. I have enough of the antioxidant. But is it really enough? Not really. Why? Because every single item or every single properties, it has its advantages, but it has its weaknesses as well. For example, you look at, okay, my size. Okay, my size. If there's a hole on the wall, which is smaller than my body size, can I go through? No, I will stuck there, right? So, I'm using this as an example. Why? For example, vitamin C, okay, is a chemical structure, okay, the molecule or the structure. It has its size, but the size of the vitamin C basically is bigger than your cell. So when the size of it is bigger than the cell, will it easily penetrate into the cell? No. So which means when it cannot penetrate to the cell, it will help to the antioxidant property. It works outside the cell, but it cannot work inside the cell. So if you want to get an antioxidant which can work inside the cell, you need something smaller or bigger? Smaller. So that it can easily penetrate and gets into the cell and works and do the works of antioxidant inside. So right now, come back to hydrogen. Why hydrogen? Because let's look at its properties. Okay, I'll go to this first. First thing, the penetration. Hydrogen, as far as we know right now, is the smallest molecule in the universe. Smallest molecules in the universe. So because it's so small, so tiny, so which means it can easily penetrate to your cell or anywhere in your body. You got the point? So it no longer, like what I mentioned, there's a hole, and I stuck there. I stuck there because I'm just like the vitamin C. My size is greater than the hole. But right now, you have a much smaller molecule on the size of the particles. Can it easily go through? Yes. So which means the penetration is more thorough in the body. First thing. Second thing is now, when we look at it, why it plays as the best antioxidant among all? Because if you learn about science, you learn about chemistry, you know that hydrogen itself is a very strong antioxidant. And not just that, it's very selective. Because of the chemical structure, it's a very selective antioxidant. And as I mentioned just now, we have a long list of the free radicals in our body. Some is essential, some is excessive. But right here, when we talk about antioxidant, where hydrogen, it can help us to solve the problem, which is it's a selective antioxidant. So it will always target the most harmful free radical in the body, which create the most damage in our body. So, which is the hydroxyl radicals, .OH. Okay? So hydroxyl free radical is the most harmful free radical to our body. And not just that, there's a long list I mentioned, including ROS. Okay? Reactive oxygen species. Okay? ROS is a long list, a different kind of free radical. And all these free radicals, it creates biggest damage to the body. But when it meets hydrogen, this hydrogen, it can, because of the chemistry's reaction and the structure, it easily react with all these harmful free radicals. Okay, let's see. Let's go back to the very simple chemistry. Now, .OH, what you can see is that the O. Where's the O?
Oxygen.
Oxygen atom. And is that an H? Yes, OH. Then, can you tell me what is the chemical symbol for water?
H2O.
Speak it louder. H2O, right? So right here, when you look at this, dot whole H, what if I can provide another H? It will become how many H? 2H. And how many O? 1 O. So what it will become?
Water.
H2O. And which is?
Water.
Water. You got the idea?
Yeah.
So why it is a selective antioxidant? Because due to the chemical structure itself. The hydroxyl free radical, the structure of it is dot OH. There's an O, there's a H. But if we're able to provide another H and convert it, it will become H2O. And is H2O harmful to your body? No, it's neutral, right? So this is how easy and how simple the process hydrogen can help us to solve the excessive and harmful free radical in the body. Okay, so there is a few features that why it makes hydrogen the strongest and the best solution for the antioxidant. And here, when we talk about the penetration, yes, we know about it, and it's selective, yes. But come back to the device, or come back to this so-called hydrogen therapy. Is hydrogen safe? Because what you learn in the school time, hydrogen flammable. If I inhale the hydrogen, am I going to be a fireman? No. Okay, why? Because right now, first thing, we have to understand the structure of all the properties of these or the features of hydrogen. First, it's colorless, so you can't see it, just like you cannot see the air in the air. Where's oxygen? Can you tell me? No, you can't tell because it's colorless. That's the first thing. Second thing, tasteless. It has no taste, and then it has no odor, and then it's non-toxic. Okay, this is the first thing that which is safe. Then you will say, if hydrogen is so safe, can I build a chamber filled with hydrogen? I just stay inside the chamber. Will it be good?
No.
No. Why? Because we are all human. We need oxygen. Right? We need oxygen, not hydrogen. Hydrogen is just a sub-item or a supporting item that it will help our body. So if you build a chamber full of hydrogen, you stay inside, after 3 minutes, it's time to say goodbye. You got a point? Okay, just like another point. If like you build a chamber, you say, okay, we all need oxygen. I build a chamber full of oxygen. I stay inside. Do you think you can live long? No. Longer than hydrogen, but it won't last long also. Maybe 10 minutes, then it's time to say goodbye also. Okay, so nothing excessive would be good. Okay, so and right now we're talking about the safety. It comes back to it's not just only here Singapore, but from Japan, from US, from Europe. There are many developed countries through the scientists, through the proven record and study. It has been proven that hydrogen is safe for the human. Okay, and it can be used as a treatment gas. So anyone attended, there's a session that we have invited a guest speaker, Dr. David, who is a very well-known neurosurgeon in Singapore. He came to our town hall to give a talk, talking about how the hospital is using hydrogen as a treatment gas in the hospital. So if you go to the hospital, you will see there will be a output as an oxygen. And now you'll find there are many hospitals that have another second output, which is hydrogen. So actually in the hospital they are using hydrogen as a treatment gas as well. So of course in the hospital, in the old time you will see a gas tank. Nowadays, an advanced hospital, they don't no longer use the gas tank for the safety purpose. They use the natural piping channeling. So it has been used in the medical for long. Okay, and not just only starting from today. So you will find out, okay, now Alkan is introducing this hydrogen inhaler. Are you taking us as a lab rat because you have a new product? So you want all to test on it? No. Why? Because let's look at the history of the hydrogen. So hydrogen, they found hundreds of years ago. But let's look at the traceable record. On 1793, we found that the earliest report of the people using hydrogen for medical purpose. So how many years? 1793. It's almost 232 years. Okay, before they already found that hydrogen can be used in medical for treatment purpose. And then go along with the history, and then we come to the nearest one. Till 2017, okay, Japan's government approved hydrogen as an advanced medicine. And not just that, in 2022, there is already more than 2,000 scientific reports and publications has been saying that they are using hydrogen for different diseases, different symptoms as a treatment gas. So it has been proven that it's safe. Okay, until now, what's the year of today? This year, 2025. We found that it's already more than 3,000 publications on studies. That's why we come to conclude that they have been proven more than 170 diseases are caused by free radical, and they are using hydrogen as a treatment gas for all these diseases. And they have found that there's a good result, a significant result on that as well. Okay, so now we can see that it's safe. And why it becomes the strongest antioxidant? Because of the smallest molecule of the size, it can penetrate easily to the entire body, and it is selective. How selective is it? Because of the chemical structure and the natures, it's targeting the most harmful free radical in your body. So just imagine, today, when you are facing some problem, you would like the police to solve the biggest variant or the smallest variant? You want to solve the biggest or you solve the smallest? Huh? You want to solve the smallest. So when you are getting the police, please catch the ikan bilis. Keep the shark. Is that what you want? Or you want the police to catch the shark and just forget about the ikan bilis? Which one you want? Yes. So if you want to get a solution, you always want the solution can solve the biggest problem for you. And now, when it comes to hydrogen, it can help you to solve the biggest variant, the most harmful free radical in your body. So this is the one that why hydrogen becomes the strongest antioxidant in our body. And most important, because it's so small that it can easily absorb into our body and goes around wherever your body needs it. Okay? So now, as I mentioned, till date, we have more than 3,000 scientific studies that has been proven that hydrogen has a therapeutic potential properties. Okay, so it's not said by me, but we have lots and lots of journals that saying, for example, here, okay, it's on acute cerebral infections on the brain, and then we have this inflammation, oxidative stress, and then we have also cancer. So there are many, okay? And as well as it works well on diabetes, inflammations, and of course, for all of us, we always want to stay young, look young, am I right? So it's good for us, okay, to keep ourselves good in shape, and as well as you look young, look good. So you look at it, there are many small signs and symptoms that you might incur. But the thing is that whether you take it serious. Okay, nowadays, let's see. How many of you sleeping at 10 p.m.? Anyone? Okay, we have one. Oh, among us, according to the name list, we have around 60 to 70. But only one sleep at 10 p.m. The rest, you sleep very early, I know. Huh? No, you sleep very early in the morning. You sleep very early in the morning, maybe 3 o'clock, 5 o'clock, right? Yeah. So, you see, sometimes you think that, okay, I sleep late, okay, but it becomes a habit, it doesn't matter. But sometimes, yes, once a while, it's fine. But the thing is, some people, they find it, I want to sleep, but I keep rolling on my bed, I just can't sleep. And then sometimes I'm disturbed. Why? Because after 3 seconds, closing my eye, I take out my phone. Checking. So you checking, okay, just browsing, and who knows, when you check the time again, 5 o'clock. Yeah, it's time to sleep. Are you having that? Could be. So basically, it's that there are lots and lots of these small symptoms that you never notice. Actually, it brings a lot of damages to your body. So, and that can be cause of free radical as well, just that you don't know. Okay? So right now, we are giving you a very good solution for us that it can help you to tackle, to handle the biggest variant, the most harmful free radical in your body, so it can help you to reduce, okay, all these symptoms that you might find. For example, I mentioned sleep quality, detox, okay, blood sugar, lungs, and nowadays, who are the lucky one? Never get COVID? Raise your hand. You see, very few. And don't forget, some people they got it but asymptomatic. So you thought that you never got, but actually you got it, but you just never noticed. Okay? So, and for this COVID, who's suffering from post-COVID effect? Anyone? Or you don't know? What is post-COVID effect? Which means that even after you recover from COVID, but still, some people are having short breath. Some people, they used to walk 5 km, but now 1 km. Anyone? Okay? Or like for me, personally, myself, I got attacked by COVID 3 times. Okay? And the first of mine is like when I was in India. That time, when the Delta first appeared, I'm the lucky one, I'm in India. Because Delta, it hit badly in India for the Delta. So I was there, I got infected, almost died there. Okay. Second one, I got it in Indonesia. When that's the, what the second species are? Okay, I got it there. Okay, I survived. And when I come to Singapore, I got my 3rd time. Okay, I'm the 3-time survivor of COVID. But compared to previously before I got COVID, really, I found the differences. In the older time, I can carry a lot. Right now, after carry, not too heavy things. I found that I sweat a lot. I have a short breath, and then sometimes I just like cough without any reason. Okay, so that it affects me. So basically, myself, I realized that okay, there's a post-COVID effect. So basically, after using the hydrogen, it helps. I can't say 100% recover, but it helps a lot. Okay, that's my personal experience I'm sharing as well. So basically, you can see that hydrogen it can works a lot on our body. Okay, and not just said by me. If you know this gentleman, Mr. Mike Long. Okay, he's a water specialist. So basically, here in Alcan, if you know us, I'm sure you know about BioPure and Hydromi. So he's a water specialist, recognized by Water Quality of Association. And at the same time, do not forget that he's also a hydrogen advisor by MHI, which is the Molecular Hydrogen Institute. So he's a certified hydrogen advisor as well. So he's a professional, he's an expert. He recognized that basically by taking hydrogen, it will help a lot. That's why we are having Hydromi. We infuse the hydrogen in the water, but right now we're having another new device where we are using the device to regenerate hydrogen so you can inhale it. Okay? So, when we look at this, yeah, sleeping problems. Who has it? Okay? There are many people that are having sleeping issue right now because, very simple, you love your handphone more than your husband and wife. You see the phone more than your husband and wife. Do you dare to admit? Yes. And don't forget that the screen of the phone, actually, it projects blue light. It projects blue light. Okay? The blue light actually, it will stimulate the free radical in your body as well, especially to your eyes. That's why now you see very young kids nowadays, in the older time, people wearing glasses because you read too much. But nowadays, they don't read. They watch the phone too much. And the degree and the powers actually is even worse. So actually the blue lights, it creates damage. And that's why nowadays people are wearing glasses. And in the older time, nenek dulu use the needles and the benang easily go through. Now you have to use a magnifier, also cannot go through. Am I right? So You see, that's a lot. So it's like sleeping problem. It caused just that you didn't know, but actually it affects a lot. Okay, so now sleeping qualities, sleeping latency, efficiency, whether after sleeping just like never sleep. In the morning, I just sleep only 1 hour, but actually it's 8 hours. But which means you are not having a good sleeping quality. Okay, there are lots of lots. And let's see. Okay, skincare. Who want to look older? Raise your hand. Anyone? You want to look older? The one. Who like to become apek or ama? Anyone? No one. Everyone to look younger, right? So skincare. So what you can do? Okay, by inhaling, or you can use the hydrogen water on the cotton and just like pat on your skin. What it can help? Let's see. Okay. So if you write wrinkles, then keep going doing that. But if you don't want, what you can do is like you can use the hydrogen water or even the hydrogen inhaler, so you can see how it reduces the wrinkles. So if you have hydrogen, do it tonight and see. Okay, so it really helps because it helps to regenerate the collagen and it helps the cell to regenerate as well. So this is how it can help to reduce the wrinkles and then anti-aging. That's why just now there's a gentleman saying antioxidant equals to anti-aging. Yes, it is. Okay, so beside from that, and then we have lung protection, like what I mentioned just now about myself, and that's a good example for all. So lung infection, that's the day. You see, even you thought that I don't have lung infection, but many people they have sinus issue. When they wake up in the morning, the first thing I open and then start sneezing. Am I right? Yes. That's also a problem. Just that you never take it seriously, saying that okay, I have this issue. People always think it it's normal I have been like this for 50 years. Okay, so you just take it not so serious, but actually something could turn into the bad. Okay, so and also like some people say I don't smoke, but they don't smoke. Yes, but they smoke second-hand smoke from the others. Okay, and even though, for example, right now in, for example, Singapore, yes, we have a lot of trees and plants, but there are also a lot of construction as well. So a lot of dust. Okay, and then for those who are in agriculture, the pesticide. Okay, in medical professions, if you go to hospital, what kind of smell? What kind of scent? Medications. Okay, antiseptic. Am I right? All these, and don't forget that they're exposed to bacteria and viruses. So all these and bubbles, they cut the hair. So all these tiny pieces which is not visible, but it goes into your nose and then your lungs as well. So here comes, when we introduce this, basically a new generation of inhaler, where we're having a 337. Okay, just remember these 3 digits, 337. Okay, features that upgraded in the new hydrogen inhaler. So what is the 337? So we have 3 new innovations. We have increased, enhanced the function into 3 new functions. Okay, and with the 7 smart technology. So that's what we call 337. So when you look at there's an illustration of our existing version. Okay, is it good? Yes, it is. But why we now introduce a new one? Because we want to make it better, and we always want to provide the best. So with this 3 upgrade, then what is the feature? Let's look at it. Okay, the innovation. First thing, we have create a new core, which is a new PM unit where we collaborated with Korean Institute of Science and Technology. With this new PM, it will provide the bodies from overheating as well as enhance the output, the stability of hydrogen generating. So it creates a more powerful and more stable output of the hydrogen. That's the first. It extends the lifespan of the units. Second, now some of us, when we're using the hydrogen inhaler, you found that there are so much of vapors and water in the tube. Am I right? But right now we have optimized it. We have optimized it to make sure that the water or the moist in the hydrogen is much reduced. So it will be, you are getting a more dry hydrogen when you're inhaling it. This is very important because it comes to the purity of the hydrogen. And the third is that the innovation, now we have more protection. For example, the alarms, the alerts, overheat protection, and then the TDS as well as the cleaning indication. So to make sure that the machines and devices can be always operating under a very optimum circumstances. And what's the 3 function? In the past, that inhaler majorly are for inhaling. But right now, we enhance it with a few accessories and features. Okay, I will just take it out. Okay, so besides from inhaling, now actually we are now producing more accessories. For example, like what I said, nowadays you watch your phone more than your husband and wife. Now it's time for you to protect your eyes. So we are coming out with the goggles. Okay, this is the eye protection goggles that you can connect to the tube, so the hydrogen will pump into the goggles and your eyes can start to breathe the hydrogen. When your eyes starting to breathe the hydrogen, which means that you are giving vitamin, nutrients, regenerating factors to your eyes, so that for your eye protection. So that's the first function. Second, if you don't have a hydromet at home, right now we are giving a new features to this inhaler, which is like we are giving the hydrogen charging stick, where you can just with your bottle of water, you can charge the bottle with hydrogen and make it the hydrogen infused water. Okay, so that's the second. And third is a conventional function, which is like inhaling. But right now, if you have used the old one, it's the common inhaling tube. And some people say, I dare not to show others when they come to my house. Why? They thought I'm the patient. I'm using the inhaler at house. They thought that when they see me, are you sick? Why are you using the inhaling? But actually, that's for healthy and wellness maintenance. But easily misunderstood. So that right now, with the latest design, okay, we are using the headset. So it looks like more decent, okay, and more smart when they're using it instead of like using the tube, okay. So these are the 3 set functions, 3 in 1. In the past, yes, actually that is good for inhaling, but a lot of people they feel bad that actually why the powerful devices cannot be having a wider bandwidth with more functions. And that's where we are taking the notes, taking the feedback, and now we come up with more accessories into one. And of course, the output is more stable. So when they're charging the hydrogen water, with 300 ml of water, you just need 2 minutes. Okay? With 500 ml, you need 3 minutes. And 1 liter of water, just 4 minutes, and you can get a full bottle of 1 liter of the hydrogen infused water. Does it sound great? Yes. Okay. So this is now just now we have 3 innovation. Okay, more stability, core, and the output. Second is like we enlarge it. Okay, enhance with the more accessory and the usage. And then of course, okay, we are having more features on that. Let me skip all this. And then we have increased the purity. Okay, from the originally 99.996 into 99.997. Some people might say, you just increased 0.001 and you want to charge me more. Okay, let's see. We use another example. You like gold? Emas suka tak? You like gold? Yes. Okay, 99.9% gold and 99.99% gold. Does it different? Yes. It makes difference? Yes. Does it different on the prices as well? Yes. When it comes to purity, when you already have a very pure things, 99.99%, and 99.9% and 99.99%, is it different or easy? Is it difficult or easy? Actually, by the techniques, by the technology, it's difficult. And to break through it, even just a 0.001, actually, by the effects, by the efficacy, it makes difference also. Okay, so this is the breakthrough. So overall, you will get a triple functionality, okay, inhaling, hydrogen water, and eye protection with a higher purity, with a more safety and stable output, and also the safety feature that will bring to you a new upgraded version of hydrogen inhaler by Genki. Okay, So, what about the price and everything? I guess that this is my part for introducing the machine, and later